Welcome to Westworld, Michael Crichton's nightmare vision of a theme park of the future, partly inspired by a 1960s trip to Disneyland to marvel at its animatronic wonders.
What WED does is often called Imagineering, the blending of creative imagination with technical know-how. The audio animatronic performers in the Pirates of the Caribbean show are an example of Imagineering at work.
In Crichton's mind, and he had a very fertile mind, the future of such creations would be limitless in the age of computers. He was mesmerized by these machines that were designed to be as human-like as possible, and his productive trip would help to stoke two big ideas, both tied to the notion of theme park gone wrong. The first was Westworld, and the second would come many years later, in the form of a novel that he would write, and a film Steven Spielberg would direct. The screenplay he wrote for Westworld imagined a theme park of the future, peopled by robots that were indistinguishable from humans. Robots that could be used for any purpose that the paying customer wished. This was an idea that tempted only MGM at the time, in the pre-Star Wars days when science fiction was openly disrespected by Hollywood. Crichton managed to secure a deal to direct the film too, on the strength of only one previous directorial effort in the highly praised TV movie, Pursuit. Though I see Westworld as one of the best examples of Hollywood's AI nightmares, Crichton never intended it to be a warning about AI. It was a film about greed, with the issue being the failure to close down the park, even though there was a clear and growing danger to human life. The film's limited budget was restrictive, but as a first-time Hollywood director, Crichton was forced to put up and shut up and get the film shot in 30 days.
It's fun.
But it wasn't all fun. Money was tight, and time was short. For example, Crichton could only offer his art director $75,000 to build as many as 20 different sets, the detail in which had to be excellent if this theme park world was to be believable on the big screen. Despite the limited budget, Crichton managed to secure the services of Hollywood legend Yul Brynner to play the part of the robot gunslinger, and he played off expertly against the Vacationers, played by Richard Benjamin and James Brolin. Westworld's plot involved a problem that was largely unfamiliar to most people before the home computing boom of the 1980s, a computer virus, and Brynner's gunslinger was badly infected.
Then he starts killing. He starts repeating what his enemy did. Then he starts smiling. The closer he gets to killing, the more he starts feeling warm and become more of a human being.
Crichton was disappointed with his first cut of the film and slashed its length to less than 90 minutes. And he was right to do so because the film performed well at the US box office, generating more than $11 million.
I don't think the premise is far-fetched at all. In fact, whether or not anybody will actually build a resort like Westworld, exactly like with robots and stuff, is more a question. It's not a question of technology, because the technology is essentially there. I mean, if you go see Abraham Lincoln at Disneyland, it's pretty good. And they can do better than that now.
You've just watched episode 2 of a 5-part series on Hollywood's AI nightmares, which also features videos on The Matrix, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, The Terminator, and Colossus the 4-Bin Project.